I need help because there's no reason why I should be spending this much on concerts per year. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome back. If you're not and you've seen my face before, I hit 300 subscribers today while I'm filming this, so thank you. But the point of this video is not to be sappy. The point of this is to recap and review all of my concerts that I went to this year in 2023. And since 2023 is coming to a close, I thought it'd be a good idea to recap all of them, review all of them, put them in a little video for you guys. So we're going to be going through shows like the ERAS tour, 1975 Still at Their Very Best, and all that jazz. But before we hop into it, make sure you like this video if you do like it. Also subscribe, because I make fangirl centered content, and if you like that stuff, you should totally stick around. Anyways, let's hop right into it. 2023 started off with Miss Gracie Abrams in Toronto at the venue History, and it was actually pretty amazing. I ended up getting, I think, 25th or 24th in line, got there at around 6 a.m. It was actually a pretty good show. I had VIP sound check, so I got a little lanyard, I got some merch, I got a tote bag, all that jazz. And I got second row, and vocals are amazing. Looking for a sign, as if I've ever seen the stars align. Somebody take over the drive-in, somebody notice how I'm trying. Her sound check was amazing, all of that amazing. In terms of the Good Riddance album, so freaking good live, and she picked really good songs to put on that set list for that show. But I will say, not even gonna lie, the crowd was a little weird. I don't know what it was, but a lot of them were pushing, saying that they had friends in the front, even though we had all like camped with each other. It was a lot. It was a lot. Also, people passed out. Somebody lost their credit card, which was really funny. And Gracie like started almost saying out the numbers, and I was like, I turned to my friends, I was like, okay guys, I'm ready. We're gonna buy some merch tonight. Yeah, I have no complaints except for the crowd. Crowd was a little bit iffy, but besides that, she was amazing. Her band was amazing. The set itself had a bunch of like LED lights going off every few seconds throughout the show on different beats, and it was really freaking cool. And during sound check, random thought, I ended up like saying hi and like, oh my god, thank you for coming to Canada, and she was like, oh my god, no, thank you for welcoming me, and she was like waving at me a lot during the show, and it was just so much fun, and just, oh, chef's kiss. Love Gracie Abrams. That was the first time seeing her, and just amazing. My second show of the year was Valley in Toronto. That happened at the Danforth Music Hall. That was on April 16th, a week after my 20th birthday. And I was supposed to go with my sister, but she got sick, so I had 2 free tickets. Nobody was taking them. And when I showed up to the venue at like 1 p.m., this person was there for GA. And I was like, hey, do you have VIP? And they said no, so I gave them my extra VIP ticket for free because I didn't know what else to do with it. And that's one of my besties. And that same day I ended up meeting Elijah, Sam, and Farishta, so that's iconic. I met my besties at that show. It was a really fun show. I met them. We were talking about one of their music videos because they filmed in my hometown, and I'm from their hometown. They're from my hometown, so we were like bonding over that and growing up there, and they asked me what high school I went to, and I told them the high school, and they made fun of me the whole time for it. And I did the same to them because of course I did. But it was a really fun show. Perfect day. Definitely one of my favorite shows of the year. I think it was very memorable, and I was barricade obviously because I was like the second one at the venue and all that stuff. But I think the one that people might be waiting for me to talk about is one of my most anticipated shows of the year that I went to twice. I don't know how I managed to do that considering it was so hard getting tickets, but the ERAS tour in Foxborough, Massachusetts at Gillette Stadium. Oh my god. And it's just, oh, it's so crazy that I saw her twice.
on the floor in like a huge stadium in America, because like if you told Repertoire me, I'd tell my ass in the nosebleeds that I was gonna get tickets to a Taylor Swift show in America and somehow fly my ass down there and like not have my mom freak out about it. I don't know, that's kind of iconic. But yeah, it's just the ERAS tour. Like what else am I gonna say about it? If you're here, you're probably also a Taylor Swift fan. So I'm not gonna talk much more about it because you get it. You just get it. You get the impact, you get the craziness of it. It's up there for me. It's crazy how early I had it in the year. I went to Gillette Night 1 and 2, which was May 19th and May 21st. I waited so long and it came and it left, and I made my outfits, and just like that it was done. But oh, such a great show. Such a great show. Such good memories. It's like mind-blowing. Now we're gonna go to the next one. It's another one. I saw them again, Valley, literally right after I got home from Foxborough and Massachusetts in the ERAS tour. I immediately went back to America to go to Detroit to see Valley at St. Andrews Hall. But yeah, it was such a fun show. They remembered me. It was really fun. Lots of hugs, lots of inside jokes. I gave them like a little gift of just a book of memories and stuff from other fans that I found online and all that jazz. And they really loved it. I also gave them bracelets and they wore them throughout the show, which was fun. The one downside to this show was that my phone stopped working and I could not reset it. Like it would not factory reset, or not factory reset, it just would not reset at all, and I couldn't turn it off, I couldn't turn it on. But you know what? Actually, having that phone not be on was kind of fun because I didn't have to, I like lived in the moment. It added so much more like open-mindedness. Anyways, I ended up getting a set list and I got Mickey's guitar pick from the show. So I think I won and it was successful. Okay, the next two I have grouped together just because it happened within a day of each other. And I also don't have many photos from the second one that I'm going to talk about in this little set. But I saw Devin Cole and Ed Sheeran within a day of each other. I saw Devin Cole at a music festival called The Sound of Music. Then I saw Ed Sheeran in Toronto on his night 2 of the Mathematics tour. And Devin Cole, so perfect.
But really, I should thank you for putting me through hell. Heart breaks a bitch, but shit, I wear it well. So thank you for setting me free. 'Cause getting over you looks good on me.
So first off, I made a whole bunch of t-shirts for my group, and I had Kermit saying, "Hey cowboy," and he had like a cowboy hat on. And she ended up, like, we ended up meeting her as I was like talking about the shirts, and then they're just like in front of us, like her and her band and her mom are just in front of us. I was like, oh my god, Devin, hi, we made shirts for you. And she like screamed, she was like, oh my god. She ended up taking pictures of all of us, posted us on her Instagram. It was iconic, very cute, very fun. Her set was amazing. It always is. I ended up getting a signed set list and she signed that shirt that I made. And then I ended up, or she and her whole band ended up following me on Instagram after, which is freaking iconic. Freaking iconic. And then the whole story of me going to Ed Sheeran. I wasn't supposed to go to the show at all because I was at that music festival all day. It was really hot and sunny and I was delirious. Sam was like, oh my god, Emily, I have nobody to go with to Ed Sheeran. Like, I'm going alone, and I have been going alone. Like, you should get a ticket. I was like, girl, don't tempt me. And she's like, get a ticket. I was like, okay, fine. We showed up at like 6, 7 a.m. and we ended up getting like 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 in line. Ended up getting very close to the barricade, but I felt sick the whole freaking day because of the heat from the day before and then that day as well, and just it was not a good combination for me. So I ended up leaving about like an hour into his set, which sucks. That's the only downfall of the show. He was actually really good live, considering I had like no interest in seeing him live and now I'm like obsessed with Ed Sheeran. It's kind of weird, not even gonna lie. But it was a really fun show. Sad that I had to leave, but you know what? Health first, besties. Health first, you know? The next one is my first Pride in Toronto. So Erica in Devin Cole's band is actually her own artist, so they go by the name Fox, and Devin played there as well. So I ended up seeing them there. They like both pointed me out in the crowd, and I ended up going like backstage to hang out with them after the show. It was iconic and it was so fun. I ended up running into Kara from Valley actually. Because I ran into Kara from Valley, it has to do with the next show, I might as well go into it. I went to another Valley show. They had like a one night only for their new album that came out called Lost in Translation, and they had like a night with Lost in Translation, that type of thing, at a bar in Toronto. And I actually knew about it at the beginning of June because they leaked it to me in Detroit, and it was just so awesome. They ended up having a signing at a record store and it was so fun. Got to see them again. But this was also the same week that I got this camera that I'm filming on now, and the cameras are immaculate. They were iconic, the videos I took. Also Alex, their bassist, took my Be Real. He stole my phone a couple of times. It was iconic. Rob, their lead singer, headbutted me. Headbutted my phone, not me. If he headbutted me though, that would be really funny. I'd be fine with that too. But I got a set list and I got Alex's guitar pick after as well. We're going on to the next two concerts because they happen a day after each other. We've got Maisie Peters in Toronto on August 14th, and then we have Five Sauce on August 15th. And Maisie Peters, I had VIP as well. Iconic. Fucking iconic. She ended up giving out these cameras for fans to take pictures during the shows, whether they were in line, in the venue, all that stuff. I ended up getting one, and literally every single photo I took was posted on her, like she posted it on her Instagram, and I'm just like, I'm an icon. I'm an icon. I took the best photos. Freaking iconic. My face is just on her Instagram and it's iconic. Amazing. I had this camera there too as well. Amazing photos too there. And for 5 Seconds of Summer, if you live in Toronto and you went to their Toronto show last year, Take My Hand tour, it was a fucking disaster. They ended up coming on like 2 hours early, cut songs from the set list. So the 5 Seconds of Summer show Toronto was a huge redemption for us. It was a great show. Ended up seeing them with my best friend. I had VIP. It was a bit of a struggle getting into Toronto. We're not going to talk about it, but it was so freaking fun.
Memories I hold to keep safe, and I live with that look on your face. I got the best friends in this place, and I'm holding on.
I ended up starting like 3 mosh pits that were successful, by the way. They were successful and people joined in, and it was just so perfect. It was like their mini ERAS tour, and also our like Dice song was Voodoo Doll. And we also won these random ass like Bumble cowboy hats that light up. I won a cowboy hat, and I saw 5 Seconds of Summer for the second time with my best friend, and it was perfect, iconic, and just oh. But we'll get on to the next show. I saw The Beaches where I live, and I wasn't even supposed to go to this show, so I don't really have much to say besides I ended up leaving work halfway through my shift to win my manager and I tickets to said show because I ran to a park. So slay for a free show, but probably one of the most randomest shows of this year, and I ended up meeting 2 of the 4 members. That's iconic for me, but I don't have many photos, but it's a free show, so I'll take it, you know? It's better than paying for it, you know what I mean? My next 2 shows are the 1975. The Toronto show was top fucking tier. It was perfect. We ended up being barricade for B stage, and it was iconic. And at the London show, I ended up not being barricade. We were kind of just running around the pit, but we ended up being really close. Like we were right beside Maddie when he was walking from B stage back to main stage, and it was just so fun. I'm not going to put too many photos and stuff of the show here because I do have a concert vlog of the Toronto show on my channel, so you can just watch that It's just easier doing that, you know? I will say I prefer the Toronto one over the London one because the London one, they ended up cutting songs. They stopped the show for like 5 minutes and then they stopped it for another 10 minutes because security was not helping people who were having a medical crisis. Like, it was, let's just say the venue was not prepared for somebody of that size, and it showed. And the band was frustrated as well. It was still fun either way. I still had a great time with the people I went, and that's all I have to say about it. And last but not least, we have the Doja Cat show, and Ice Spice was the opener. I did not know what I was getting into with this show, I'm not even gonna lie, but I'm so happy that I went. So proud of Ice Spice because she absolutely killed it. And they're like, Ice Spice and Doja Cat, they're so pretty in person. And Doja Cat's set, like her visuals, the story being told, it was just so perfect. And when I was leaving with all of my friends, we swear, like, we were on the train being like, there's nobody that does it like her at the moment. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a female rapper that will actually put thought into the visuals behind them in more of like a story sense, and fitting the aesthetic of the album that they're touring. Like the Scarlet tour, yes, like it made so much sense for her, and it was just perfect. The dancing was amazing, and just all of it was really good. And I still really enjoyed myself considering I didn't know many lyrics to Ice Spice and Doja Cat songs, but I still had a great time with the people I went, and it was iconic. It was great. I probably should have brushed up on my Ice Spice and Doja Cat lyrics because I did a disservice to them and as a fangirl, but I still had a great time. So if that, like, don't let not knowing lyrics stop you from going to a show, especially if you can afford it. And you're having fun, and you are having fun. 15 concerts later and one probably long-ish video later, we are at the end of this video. Let me know which shows you think were the most hype. Let me know if you went to any concerts this year, if you have any planned for next year, which concert out of my lineup that you would want to go to the most. Before I head out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I hope to see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of it, and I will see you whenever I see you, which will be soon because I have a Taylor Swift vault track ranking video coming out eventually. But yeah, bye guys.